In honor of Red Ribbon Week, people at Miller Metro High School got into the spirit today. Students celebrated with a flag-raising ceremony called the Red Ribbon Week Presentation of Colors with the ROTC.
Organizers say it took weeks to plan, but they hope students learn the real reason they celebrate this week.
It's important that the community, and especially schools, know why we celebrate Red Ribbon Week and why we celebrate it so much is because one person made a sacrifice for the country, not just a certain community, not just a certain...
And that person he was talking about was Enrique Camarena, a Mexican-born American undercover agent for the United States Drug Enforcement Administration. He was killed on an assignment in Mexico and is the reason we celebrate Red Ribbon Week. Red Ribbon Week started yesterday and ends on October 31st. It is the same week every year.